Hey guys, what's up? So I'm just getting off of work, and I was just driving home, and I was listening to The Power of Now. I wanted to make this video because I go living my days lately feeling like day by day, and I'm currently experiencing a lot of obstacles, and I noticed that 4 years ago, to exactly these months, in March of 2014, when I made a lot of big changes in my life. And if I may go a little bit into that, when I had a serious relationship and we lived together, I knew that given the circumstances of her family, and we basically had to rush to get a place of our own place to live together. And I think looking back at it now, her and I could have been a lot smarter about our decision, and we should have taken it slower in waiting a couple more months to find our own place. But anyways, after everything happened, like, I knew once we had started not living together to try to save up money, that was it. And I remember months later, I knew that, like, I was trying to, like, at least be cool with her and be friends, because this is somebody who I almost had a kid with, and we lived together for 3 years. And I remember, like, calling for some of my music equipment, $350 worth of my drum equipment and some of my music stuff, my keyboard. And I remember calling her, and at this point I was just depressed. I was drained. I wasn't happy. I wasn't confident. So anyways, I was just tired. Like, I just wanted my stuff. I went to California. I failed at that. I just felt like a failure. I pretty much failed all my life. So, like, whatever. So, but I remember calling her, and I was like, yo, like, I just want my stuff. At this point I realized that she didn't even want to be friends, and that was fine. I did everything I could to just be cool and us be friends. She manipulated me to in my emotions, because she knew that I loved her and I would do anything to make things work, and she manipulated me to look like I was at fault for things ending. And obviously, I know that she realized she fucked up. It's on her. Not my problem anymore. Bye. But during this phone call, I was just trying to get my stuff. And I remember, like, she was arguing, and it was like, I'm tired, I'm depressed, I'm drained. Like, I just want to live my life and be happy. And I remember getting off the phone that day. I remember, like this girl is not even my girlfriend anymore, and she's still trying to argue with me, and I just want to get my stuff that's mine. And I remember I was like, I don't need this in my life anymore. I don't want this in my life. This isn't good for me. Obviously, my mom was right. My best friend, who I left everything. Like, I bounced on everybody in my life for the girl that everybody told me, no, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? And my close, the people who love me, let me come back in their lives, which is like one person. So shout out to fucking Danny for always being there for me. But yo, you don't have social media, bro, so you're not gonna see this shit. But I remember I was like, I don't need this shit in my life anymore. Fuck this. So I cut that. And I say this story because in that moment I accepted everything that happened, where I was, who I was, the situation. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. Everything was exactly what I needed to experience to become who I am today. So what's interesting is 4 years ago, I went through this big change in my lifestyle, my fitness, my personal development. And now 4 years later, I get to be challenged with taking my life to a higher level, and being able to live a better, a more abundant life. I don't want to say a better life. I'm happy with, how I live, and I'm definitely not like well off, and I'm not balling, anything like that. But I live a pretty moderate life, and even if I had, millions of dollars coming in every year, like I wouldn't be like just going out to the club and getting bottles. Like that's not the life I want to live. I've lived my life where I used to party and do whatever I wanted. So, but I was able to surrender and accept and let go and forgive everything that she did, right? In that moment, because I realized, forgiveness wasn't for somebody else, it was for me. And the moment I was able to forgive, I also gave myself the power to have the room and the ability to grow myself and start taking action. So when you guys are moving to a goal and a journey, I want you guys to understand that it's not about taking action first, it's about surrendering. So you guys gotta surrender and accept everything and how everything is. Nothing is like good or bad. We've labeled that as humans. We've labeled these things. So we label things because we feel bad, so that's bad. But because we've experienced a lot of the things we have, whether we label them good or bad, we are today because of the things we've experienced. And I hope that a lot of your experiences have been able to help you become a really good fucking person. And yeah, there's a lot of fucked up people out there that do dumb shit, whatever. But, that's besides the point. I want you guys to, think about like everything you're going through and realize that we all go through struggles. And, I'm always, smiling and joking, and I'm serious. And, when I make videos, I speak to myself like, damn, bro, like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is what you need to do. Stop being a bitch and just do this. Like, sometimes there is days where I don't want to do my workouts, or I don't want to fucking eat. Like, when I used to eat 6 meals a day out of Tupperware and the same shit, like fuck, there was times where I didn't want to eat that shit, and I was just tired and whatever, and I just said, yo, stop being a bitch, like, just do that shit. And when I talk to myself like that, I've realized that it's helped me, will myself through hard times that, I look at like, damn, why am I going through this? And what is life telling me? What is life showing me and teaching me? What do I need to surrender to? So I'm learning, I'm seeing this pattern, and I'm like, okay, I need to surrender again. I need to say, like, I don't want to be here. I don't, why this? I've been working so hard. I've sacrificed so much. Like, why? And then I'm like, fuck it. Like, the best parts of the Rocky movies aren't when he wins. It's like when he's down and he's training and he's not the champ and he's training. So like, I know all the things that we're experiencing and we're going through, and you know, we feel like we don't want. When we reach our goals, we're gonna look back and say, I miss those days. I miss those times. I miss the days that I struggled. So I know that we all have goals. I know that we all have a destination. I hope we all have goals, right? You guys have goals. But I want you guys to know that action is the second step. Surrendering is the first step. And I don't just mean, oh, I surrender. Like, you surrender, you let go, you accept everything for what it is, and it is what it is. And you learn the lessons that you need to learn, because if you don't learn the lesson from one situation, you're going to circle around and you're going to get that until you learn it. Right? So maybe you're battling with bad relationships. Maybe life is telling you something you need to learn, and you need to step back and meditate and ask yourself things, and not just be so like, why me, or I like this. Like, sometimes we like things that aren't good for us, and that's okay. I like candy. I mean, I love candy. It's not really like healthy, but I love it. Am I gonna give it up? Hell no. But I'm not gonna eat it all day, every day. You know? Or maybe you're struggling with continuously getting fired from jobs. Maybe, instead of saying, why am I getting fired? Like, or, that's not fair, they keep firing me. Like, well, why? Maybe there's something you're not learning. Maybe there's something you're not seeing. So all these things, our external world is created from who we are. We're not observers. Einstein believed that we were observers. We just observed the universe happening. But what we found through modern science and quantum physics is that we are participants in this universe. We are shaping the universe that we live in. The world that you and I live in, I'm shaping my life by how I perceive and I talk about things and I see things and I think about things and I feel things make me feel. So, I want you guys to really think deep about things and, open yourself up to new things and trying new things and surrendering. Just surrendering yourself to everything and saying, I am supposed to be going through this. And ask why, and accept everything as it is, and let go of everything and the emotions, the expectations, and realize that our lives are happening exactly how they need to happen. So, just stuff that I wanted to share with you guys. I know I'm in the car, it's not all pretty, and the water and the lake, but I'm getting home from work. I just wanted to be real, be vulnerable. I'm going through this myself, where I'm having to teach myself. Like, I'm going back to the days where I got off of this phone call and I surrendered and accepted, forgave, let go, and I was able to move forward. And I'm like, okay, I did it once, so I can do this again. I'm just doing it with another situation in my life. So we all have these mental beliefs, these self-limiting beliefs. I don't care if you're, The Rock or, some Olympic athlete. We all have to battle these tough beliefs, and we all have to break those. We've all had childhoods and traumatic experiences and things that have really, hurt us to a point where sometimes we're very reluctant on things because we don't want to get hurt again. But I just wanted to tell you guys that surrendering to what is such a beautiful fucking thing. Like, it's why I've been able to grow myself and why I've been able to take so much action. So guys, if you know somebody that has been struggling with a certain situation and keeps continuously falling into the same thing over and over again, please share this video with them so that they can see and hear my message of surrendering, hear my story and how it's helped me and how I've taken the first step of being able to surrender myself so that I could have the room to then take action and stay consistent and grow myself into somebody brand new and continuously grow and be able to learn how to use the power of surrender and forgiveness to do that in other areas of my life when needed. So that being said, guys, thank you for watching and I appreciate all the love. I'm gonna get out of here.